Gold and Blue Dude here with you again. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and become a part of the Gold and Blue Dude crew. I make a video every single day, sometimes more than one, depending on how active the day is and what kind of mood I'm in. So if you don't like this video, maybe you'll like the next. Today I'm talking about same thing. But I heard an interview on CBS Sports Radio with West Virginia University President Gordon Gee. And let me preface this by saying I do have underlying health conditions. I have Crohn's disease and spondylitis. So I do take this COVID epidemic very seriously. But sometimes I wonder if we're going about it the right way. And during this interview, Dr. Gee was describing how we have handled the situation. Basically, what we as society have done is we have treated this as trying to be the hammer. In other words, shut down everything, keep everybody away from each other, and maybe it'll go away. He went on to say what we should be doing is trying to dance with this thing. And what does that mean? Well, we all know about the precautions, the mask, the staying 6 feet away from each other, and getting tested and all that. Yes, that's part of it. But then he goes on to explain that West Virginia plans to have students this fall, and his plan is to test every student. He has plans in place to quarantine anybody that tests positive. So he's been planning ahead. And so that made me wonder, why hasn't the rest of the NCAA, the rest of the Power Fives planned ahead? Instead, what they're doing is they're waiting. Maybe this will get better. Maybe the numbers will go down. And so they've started, shrinking schedules, hoping that, football will still happen, but maybe if we shrink schedules, it'll lessen the likelihood. When what we should be doing is we should be taking the proper precautions. Yesterday, I put out a video on a possible COVID helmet that looks great. Probably would, in the long run, save money if you think about losing those big games versus putting money into COVID-friendly equipment. Everybody wins. So if you haven't already, go check out that interview. I'm sure you can Google it and hear it, but it's a great interview. I know I'm probably biased because, he's the West Virginia University president, but he makes a ton of sense. He was at Ohio State, and a lot of people don't know this. He actually had the privilege, now I will say privilege, of dotting the I in the Ohio State band whenever he was the president over there. So it's not just a West Virginia thing. This guy's really smart, and he's an older gentleman. He's in his 70s, so he takes it serious too. So this is coming from two guys, me and him, that either have underlying conditions or, elderly. We're taking this serious. So it's not like we're saying this is not real, we should play football and not. No, that's not what we're saying. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get sick and, end up in the hospital, ICU, and all this other stuff. So I do take it serious. So I'm saying precautions should be in place. Plans should have already been made. The problem is the NCAA and the Power Fives, they're running out of time, and they're coming up with these crazy ideas that they think would either make people feel safe or, maybe give them more time so these numbers can go down. When what we really should be doing is preparing ourselves, taking precautions, and actually planning instead of just hoping the numbers go down. So social distancing still important. Wearing a mask still important. And if you don't really need to do something, don't do it. But like I said, don't stop living. Don't stop. If you want to go get something to eat, go do it. If you want to go to Walmart, go do it. Just have some common sense and take the precautions. That's what this video was about. Common sense. And if you go and listen to Dr. Gee's CBS Sports Radio interview, you will see that this makes a ton of sense, and the NCAA has been going about it completely the wrong way. So that's all I got for you today. like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me some comments on what you think might be some good ideas, or whether you agree with Dr. Gee or you think we should still stay the course of trying to be the hammer. Alright, so that's all I got for you today. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on my next show.